Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be presenting to you one of the first interviews that President-Elect of Poland, Karol Nawrocki, gave yesterday or the day before yesterday. And you will hear from him what country he is going to visit first. I know some of you are wondering if this is going to be Ukraine, and you're going to hear it from him if it's Ukraine or if it's not Ukraine. And then I will tell you before the end of the video my personal opinion that I am coming to very deep reflections about our president-elect, next president of Poland. I will be also addressing absolutely disgusting hate towards his daughter. And that has been taking place a few days ago already, during the night when he was still not sure if he's gonna win this presidential election or not. I'm gonna read you the comments and how disgusting they are towards his 7-year-old daughter. I will be also bringing to you a topic that I would like to start with. Big credit and big thank you to Polish YouTube channel suwerenny.pl that I have been watching since Szmowit has begun. That was in 2020. I know that many of you are familiar with this. I don't think Mr. Andrzej, Pan Andrzej, who is the creator of this channel, who is the owner of the channel, who posts those videos, is watching my channel, but if he does, greetings and thank you so much for all your hard work. So let's go first to this presentation. Before I will play this for you, I want to tell you what is this about. So there was a form of award-giving meeting in the embassy of Poland in Berlin in Germany. I don't know exactly what was the reason for that meeting besides that award giving. So my ignorance here, a lack of knowledge, nor I'm really too interested about it, to be honest. But this person that you see, we're going to analyze her in a second. She is a Polish director. She's in that embassy. Also in the same embassy was Radosław Sikorski, who is the foreign minister of Poland. You know very well who he is. Thank you, USA. Post on X after Nord Stream pipeline poof. So why I'm showing this to you? Because I'm going to play her speech. It's a short speech. Yes, you're seeing correctly on her blazer. She has a massive, massive Ukrainian flag. As if no one should ever miss that because it's so visible. And I'm going to play to you what she's saying, accusing Russian propaganda, because she said that Nawrocki wouldn't win this election, presidential election, without support of Russian propaganda. This is taking place in Berlin, in Germany, in Polish embassy, at the presence of Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski. So let me now mute myself, everyone. I'm going to play this to you. The translation will be down below this video. And then we will analyze this person and we will see the response from Polish people to what she said there.
My siebie samych nie szanujemy.
Ale to, co się wydarzyło w niedzielę w naszym kraju, mam na myśli wybory, sprawiło, że czuję się bezsilna, bo mam wrażenie, że my nie mamy wystarczających narzędzi, aby bronić się przed rosyjską dezinformacją i jej wpływami. Pan Nawrocki nie wygrałby tych wyborów bez wsparcia ze strony rosyjskiej propagandy. I to nie jest już problem tylko Rosja, nie jest problemem już tylko Ukrainy. To realne zagrożenie dla naszej demokracji i bardzo proszę, abyśmy tego nie ignorowali. Dziękuję bardzo.
All right, so let's go through this. First and foremost, and I know I sound very judgmental now, but you know what, I'm going to say it. She doesn't look too Polish to me, okay? And again, this is just like stereotype stuff, but you know, it's okay. Just she does something looks like not too much Polish blood in this person, even though she, you know, she's Polish, right? But something is off. So let's go through those words of hers that she just said there. And I think what is definitely true is that they don't have the tools. Let me just go back here. Okay, right here. She said, I have the impression that we don't have sufficient tools to defend ourselves against Russian disinformation and its influence. So put aside the BS story with Russian disinformation, but absolutely they don't have any more tools. They are losing the power. And she's just the director, right? She's, you know, part of this group that is probably brainwashed or paid for to be behaving as she is. Making such a statement in the Polish embassy in Berlin in presence of the foreign minister Sikorski, I don't know how this will be taken by, well, this is first of all really, really low because she's not speaking for the entire Polish population. Majority of that population has voted Nawrocki in. And to say those words, being there, absolutely not a good picture of her, first and foremost, of Polish government. That's, of course, it's obvious, but she's not representing Poland. But, you know, who really gives the bleep? So let's look at this woman, right? Who she is. Let's look at her. I went to her Instagram and I was just thinking, well, first let's go to the official who she is. Her name is Elvira Niewiera. You know, there is something in Polish language, and I will do this with our president as well, President-Elect as well, and his opponent. I will explain to you the names, the last names, because you can actually kind of translate it in a way, like it has a meaning. Elvira Niewiera. So if you kind of would like to analyze her second name, last name, Niewiera, we could say Niewiara, Niewierzy, which means does not believe. And like doesn't have faith, does not believe, right? So let's look at her. Very strange, doesn't look too Polish. I just want to say that, you know where I'm going with this. Let's look at her Instagram. But before we do this, she is a Polish-German director and screenwriter of the well-known documentary films, 49 years old. Okay, so let's go here. This is her Instagram. Again, Ukrainian flag right on the chest. And this is the image from yesterday, right? From that event. Here is Sikorski. This is the Thank You USA, who is giving her award. And she's saying few words. I don't care what she's saying so much here. What I'm really caring is about how Polish people react to it. So let's look at it. Shameful. Respect the choice of the larger community. This will be a little bit nasty, I think, but I will translate it for you. If you have proof, effed woman, that the election could have been done illegally, report it, but don't talk about it on the forum because you're only making fun of Poland on the international arena. I don't send greetings. And someone responded to this and said, I think that's what they are about. Ridicule, trample, destroy. So let's see a few more if I can. I think right here. Yeah. Some people congratulate her, but overall, I'm not going to read more. Overall, people were very disgusted with this kind of behavior, saying that we have the new president elected just because Russian propaganda is behind him. And this is talking about someone who actually was bringing down the Soviet statues from Soviet era, Red Army, gratitude statues, etc. Now, let's go to the hate. Because the daughter of next Polish president has received a lot of hate, and the reason for it is this. Let me show you this video. 1 second, let me find it, guys. Yeah, okay, so this is the video. I will mute the sound. I will just play this for you to show you his daughter Kasia. This is the girl. She's 7 years old. His wife, Marta Antek, this is his son. And 21 or 22 years old, I forgot, Daniel, who is not his biological son, but he's the father. He's raising all those children. Of course, those two are biological children. And this moment is recorded before the final result of the presidential election. So you have this girl here, she's 7 years old. And I just would like you to pay attention to how she is behaving there. I've watched this entire moment live, actually, and I have to be very, very, very honest with you. At first, I was thinking that she's like very excited and very happy, even though they didn't win this yet, okay? So she was very, very, very happy. I wouldn't say she was all over the place, but she was kind of like very excited and hard to control, hard to manage in a way. But it didn't look like her mom really wanted to manage her. Like she allowed her to express herself however she wanted to express herself. And there were moments when she was, you see, like walking here, standing like this, making some faces, and you will see in a second, she went to her brother, she talked to him, she went back. And some channel put out a video that she has stolen this entire show because she was so present there, right? You see, like she's making those moves and like this, and then she made a heart. She made a heart, and she received. In a second, let me just show you here. I'm not going to do the entire thing, don't worry, but I just want to show you what they have done to her on the social media. So she was trying to stand still, but she couldn't because she's a child and she's very active. And at first I was thinking, this is kind of strange, like the parents could actually kind of, you know, bring her down a little bit. That was my thinking. I have to be honest with you. But then I realized that she actually looks like she lives in a very healthy family. Like she's not afraid to express herself. And she's just being a 7-year-old girl who feels safe there, because if she wouldn't be behaving like this, right? Now let me show you the moment she received this flag. It was pretty cool. Okay, so she received the Polish flag. Someone gave it to her, probably to occupy her too. But at the end of the day, what happened in social media after this was a flood of very, very nasty comments. I'm going to show you the screen now, and I'm going to translate this into English because you're not going to see this in English. This is again from suverenny.pl, because he kind of took a picture of those and put in one place. So I'm going to read you the comments in English now. Translated. How she took off. She behaved like a nutcase. Next one. A fattened child may also take the supplements like her father. That was kind of talking about drugs more than supplements. Moron daughter. Next one. Is this a special needs child? Everything points to that. Next one. Mentally ill child. Next one. What difference does it make how she behaves? She will end up in a brothel. You know what is brothel? a place with prostitutes, right? So the comments, and I just read you a few of those, they were so nasty, so absolutely below the belt disgusting. And when I was reading this, I was actually feeling a little guilty myself that I had a little judgment about this girl, that she was not standing still as everyone would probably prefer her to stand still. But then I also thought, if she would be standing still, those people who probably for sure voted for Trzaskowski, the globalist candidate, right? If she would be standing still and didn't move too much, they would probably say that she is abused at home and she is very afraid of her parents or something like this. So they would twist the other way around. But you know what I really like? I really like how her father, President-Elect, has responded to this. And I'm going to play a part of the interview. He has given, I think, 2 interviews already, the first interviews that he gave. And he was asked about this incident with those disgusting comments, okay? And let me just play that. So let me find the video, guys. The translation will be below. You can see it's right here in English. The subtitles are there, so let me mute myself and then we will go to another video.
Jestem za wolnością.
Muszę trochę osobiste pytanie panu zadać, bo pana dzieci już wcześniej też padały ofiarą tam hejtu rozmaitego, czy jakichś takich pytań niezdrowych. Natomiast tę małą dziewczynkę, to bardzo wiele osób się obruszyło, że ta mała dziewczynka również nie uszła uwadze hejterów. Delikatnie ich nazywając, bo chyba powinnam użyć innego słowa.
Mam wspaniałą córkę, bardzo ją kocham, jest słodka, jest mądra, jest po prostu sobą i taka sama była na scenie. Jestem dumny z tego, jak moja córka.
Ona była tam bardzo grzeczna.
Bardzo grzeczna, wysyłała serduszka, uśmiechała się. Jestem dumny z tego, że mam taką otwartą, wspaniałą, kochaną córkę Kasię. I myślę, że miłością trzeba właśnie odpowiadać na te akty nienawiści w stosunku do dziecka, bo to, co działo się oczywiście w sieci, w internecie, myślę, że największym bólem tych wszystkich, którzy sobie pozwolili na tego typu komentarze, jest właśnie uśmiech mojej córki i dystans do tego wszystkiego. To jest dziecko, to się nie powinno zdarzyć, ale zło zwyciężymy dobrem i te obrazki mojej córki są najlepszą chyba odpowiedzią z takim słodkim serduszkiem, które pokazała dla tych...
Synowie też godnie się zachowywali.
Oczywiście, tak.
So I really like the way how he responded to it, that you overcome evil with good. Before I play you another video with him, in which he is talking about the first international visit and what country he will visit first, and a few other topics in that interview as well. I have to say that I have very good feeling about this president. I'm actually surprised with myself because after all those shenanigans taking place in Poland and seeing what has been done here, I have a very good feeling about him. I actually listening to the interviews that he gave, and I will attach both of those down below in the description box. So you're welcome to watch it if you have time and if you are interested in it. He has very calm, stable manner. The energy of his is very stable, and he seems pretty genuine. There is something that feels actually quite good and decent about him. And besides that, I really spent some time in the last few days watching interviews that he had with his family and family members and his wife and his children and the relationship that they have. You know, I think the family that you have speaks a lot about who you are, your relationships with your family, how healthy or unhealthy they are. It looks like it's a very normal, decent family. I'm not saying perfect, because what really perfection is, but they look like really loving, caring, supportive. decent family. And if this is someone who will represent the country and who in those 2 interviews actually mentioned something that is the most important thing. At the end of the day, the country is the most important. And he wants to represent all Polish people and he wants to put Poland first. And you know what? You might call me naive, but at this moment, looking at him, I really believe that he is genuine in that statement, that that's what he wants. And at first I was very skeptical, but I am leaning to open up to his presidency because I feel this might be actually much better president that we were expecting him to be. So now let's take a listen. What country is he going to visit first? Let me find this video, guys. And I will again mute myself. I know there's a lot of text here and the accounts numbers and everything, but I cannot remove that. So
kancelarii.
Pierwsza wizyta zagraniczna, panie prezydencie?
Tu nie zmieniam oczywiście, panie redaktorze, drodzy państwo, swojego zdania. Liczę, że to będzie, tak jak mówiłem w kampanii wyborczej, wizyta w Waszyngtonie.
Pierwsza inicjatywa ustawodawcza?
Mówiłem to wielokrotnie w kampanii.
So like you saw, he was asked, where will be your first foreign visit? And he said, it should not be surprising that he's expecting to go to Washington first. So I'm not sure exactly what date he's going to be sworn in, but this will be in August. So perhaps we're gonna see him visiting United States in August. And that's the answer. It's not Ukraine. Good news. Very, very interesting president-elect. Good feelings about him. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel. I know there's a lot of Polish people who have been supporting other candidates who actually feel relieved now and very happy that the other one, the globalist, didn't win. I just want to tell you guys that apparently, or I would say allegedly, the Prime Minister of Poland, Donald Tusk, did not congratulate next president of Poland, Karol Nawrocki. He was asked in one of those interviews, how do you feel after not being congratulated by Tusk, by Prime Minister Donald Tusk? And he said that he received so many congratulations from, of course, the voters, Polish people, and foreign leaders, and from all around the world. This is the least of his concern, to have that congratulation, but it's so low, isn't it? How low one can go. Anyway, everyone, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my work. Thank you for joining me on Patreon and Locals, becoming member of my channel. It really keeps me going. Thank you for your donations on PayPal. I don't have the names today, but I promise you in the next video I will bring your name and thank you personally for your donation. And if you have Instagram, go to the Instagram account and follow me there. This is still the Ukrainian supporter one. Follow me under Ania_K_44. This is my account. And that's all. Links are down below in the description box. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And don't forget to hit thumbs up. Bye, everyone.